Actually, most places in Europe. Actually, and we are live. Hello. So, before I start KOTOR, I'm actually going to talk about to give a very brief summary. If someone else shows up, I'll go more into depth, but basically, what I have to talk about involves the channel Lore Lodge, who have been accused of, plagiarism in their Killdozer video. Oh, by the streamer Westside Tyler, who, disclaimer, I am a fan of. And well, they might actually end up taking him to court. I bring this up because I actually commented on one of their Twitter exchanges. I even got the attention of H Bomber Guy's editor, and I'm not sure if I should expect to be called up to court, since I actually did participate more than once. I helped Tyler present evidence.
Got something on your mind? No? Elusive? Me? At any rate, I already... To bed! How many kilometer-high trees can you find in inter... And then there's all the critters and the There. Now, was that so hard? I'll admit, for all its flaws... Of course not. Weren't you listening? In fact, everything about you that I can see is...
Oh, hey. Hey, everything's fine. So, anyways, since I've got someone here, let me get up what I want to talk about. This involves the channel Lore Lodge. Just waiting for it to load. Wow, this thread was actually longer than I thought. Okay, good. Nothing too incriminating on, well, I guess I should probably hide my DMs, but, nothing too incriminating on the Live on X feature, since, the other day I actually had Anna Valen, and and show up. But anyways, this all started because Westside Tyler covered a video by the channel Lore Lodge. And it happens. It all started because Westside Tyler, who has roughly 10K subs on YouTube. Let me actually check the number on my phone right now. Yeah, 10.4K subs. Made a video, rather covered on stream, Lore Lodge's a video by the channel Lore Lodge on the Killdozer. I'm assuming you're at least familiar with that. Lore Lodge has almost 500K subscribers. Now, the thing is, like, Tyler didn't do, like, a full breakdown. Like, he did not go full H-Bomber guy, but he did, like, point out that there was some pretty blatant plagiarism in the beginning. And the wild thing is that Lore Lodge paywalls their sources. Now, I could get paywalling in the script, because if you posted the entire script, it would be very easy for someone to just steal it and remake the video word for word. But I see no reason why you can't just post a separate doc, like saying, hey, here are my sources. It's what I do. And for whatever reason, this has actually gotten Lore Lodge and Tyler into a bit of an argument. In fact, Lore Lodge actually paid... Yeah, like, if anything, it makes it seem like, we do offer our sources, you just don't want to pay. And also, it makes it hard to, like, check, since I'm willing to bet money that the only people who would actually be willing to pay money for Lore Lodge's Patreon are not the type of people who are going to fact check their stuff. I mean, I could get, like, wanting to pay money if you say, used, like, a custom animation, since, and that was what you were paying money access to, but if it's just, like, URLs, that's ridiculous. Like, you will never see me, like, paywall my sources, like. Anyways, what ended up happening is someone suggested tried to get H-Bomber Guy's attention. Someone said to tag Cat at H-Bomber Guy's editor. I tagged Cat, actually, and that actually got Cat's attention. In which I actually consider, like, a pretty significant thing, since, hey, he is, like, the big dog in video essays. While he's not, like, the most subscribed, there's probably, like, some gaming channels out there that are more subscribed than him. He's probably the most influential. I bring this up because I actually did comment on this more than once, and I'm a bit worried that, like, I'd actually get called to court. I wouldn't be surprised if I wasn't, but it's just a bit of a concern. I would not be opposed to making a video exploring the Lore Lodge plagiarism thing if there is anything aside from the Killdozer controversy that they're currently in the middle of. I mean, my next video is going to be on a channel that actually has more subs than Lore Lodge. I'll spoil it now. It's going to be on Star Wars Theory. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like. But my next video is on Star Wars Theory, who has... Yeah, like, he is a real chud, like... I probably could have made a video on the fact that he's an Andrew Tate fan and his AI usage alone, but I found quite a few other things I could make on him. Fortunately for me, he is not a plagiarist, which might sound like an odd thing, but I'm saying that because it's not going to be like the standard stuff that you'd come to expect from someone with my viewings in terms of, like, a call-out video. I don't think there's anyone I'm planning on making a video on that's a plagiarist. Like, at most you could argue that he should be, like, trying to license stuff that Disney isn't interested in adapting, but I don't think there's a lot of precedent for that sort of thing. And also, I found out that he lied about a copyright strike he was involved in. I'm wondering if I should do, like, a reaction stream to his Vader fan film. I guess I would need to, like, ask around and see what his, like, track record with that sort of thing is. I say this because you may be familiar with the Spider-Man fan film Spider-Man Lotus, and while I haven't seen Vader, I can't help but compare Vader to that since, well, if you don't know, Vader is a fan film. You know what? If it's actually okay, I will actually do, like, a reaction stream to it on the 4th of July, if you guys would want. Like, I've heard it's okay. It's at least decent. Like, I don't think this is going to be something where we'll just, like, make fun of it. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to stream on the 4th of July at all, regardless. We'll see how it goes. I'm still deciding if I want to ask my boss for a day off on Friday since, hey, I do not get it, like, extra days off, even on Thanksgiving. Yes. I'm leaving. I might actually see if I can stream earlier on that day. Yeah, like, I'll see what I can do. But anyways, now that I'm just bringing that up because I honestly did not expect this thread to go on as long as it like, Lore Lodge is clearly really upset about this since, like, I actually did ask them kind of politely. Well, okay, I asked them in a bit of a snarky way, but not too insulting. And why they didn't just, like, provide their sources in a separate doc for free, and they just dodged the question. Which makes me think that they're not as upfront. But, oh, and something actually kind of funny happened. Let me get it up. I actually do think that they're afraid that there is, like, other cases of plagiarism in their back catalog because, well, let me... I didn't take a screen cap of this beforehand, but you'll notice that they did actually add the sources is for this one. Now, apparently there was a documentary they didn't source. I'm not gonna, like, actually go through with this. But the funny thing is that, like, this is actually kind of like a dishonest title since you'd think that this is, like, the common narrative is wrong. Here's what actually happens. But from what I understand, this is actually just, like, repeating the common myth when I've actually done some reading on the Killdozer, and there's a few things that I actually that caused me to actually question the common narrative. Like, apparently he actually had 50 caliber rifles installed in the Killdozer, which, okay, I actually would say that, yeah, the popular narrative is true if it was just like he armored the bulldozer, but if he installed guns, that does raise a red flag. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bit more to the story than people commonly talk about, but as you could, but also there's an edit. Why on earth would you feel the need to add that unless someone called you out? Just for the sake. I'll dislike this since I'm pretty sure that will stop the channel from being recommended to me in the future. Let's see if that's the case with one of their other videos. Oh, it isn't. Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised. I could maybe perhaps see if he was only the firing ports. I actually could see that. Okay, maybe he did have a change of heart at the last minute, but the fact that there were guns on the inside does make me wonder what his actual intentions are. Like, I'm not saying you can't, like, consider it, like, a tale that's, like, worth telling in sort of a fascinating way, but, like, I do feel that at the very least, there should be, like, an asterisk next to his story. Like, say, it's fortunate no one died, but that sort of thing. But yeah, the fact that they don't have sources in another video, which is actually more popular, does make me wonder. What else is this channel hiding?
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Know me, Sunrider. She came late to the fort. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen.
I've actually been doing a lot of research into like Star Wars lore because of the video I'm making on Star Wars theory, and it's actually kind of interesting how much stuff there is.
If I ever refuse to
like, there's actually at least one human Jedi in the Legends canon who used the Force to greatly expand her lifespan. Master Faye. She actually met up with Obi-Wan Kenobi. She's in the comics, before you ask.
Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
I do kind of hope that Disney does, like, one day do a broad strokes adaptation of the Heir to the Empire books. Like, I'm not saying they have to, like, ditch the sequels entirely and adapt the Yuzhang Vong. Like, I've heard that the Yuzhang Vong books are pretty controversial. What I would want is them to, like, just have a loose... Yeah, thanks. But anyways, I would want the Yuzhang, like, a broad strokes adaptation that just introduces Mara Jade. Maybe perhaps, like, has a stand-in for Thrawn. I know Thrawn actually got included in the canon. Oh, that's interesting. So, you know the YouTuber John? Who actually, like, does breakdowns of crypto schemes? He actually commented on this. I am going to actually let Tyler know about this. So, Give me a second. Like, John X Westside Tyler is a crossover I would have never expected to hear. And I would not have expected John, of all people, to respond to one of my tweets, or at least a thread I was involved in. Like, I think that it's just because, hey, John was in a similar situation. Like, funny story about John. He's gotten a reputation that, like, entire Discord servers for crypto games will shut down if he enters them. Like, it's really damn funny. But still, like, this is something I'm not upset about. I'm honestly just surprised overall. Now, who do I want? Yeah, like, basically, he also covered Dr. Disrespect's crypto game. I do not know if that's still getting made in light of recent events. Like, the thing is, from the comment section in his video on Dead Drop, I don't know what the title is supposed to be because it has one of those weird logos. There are ideas that could make it work. Like, it's supposed to be like top, like climbing up, which, if you don't know, is not really something that most FPS games do. There's largely because there's widescreen but no tall screen, if you get what I'm saying. He found what's basically a case of plagiarism. Like, you may recall how a while back I streamed a game called, what was it? Red Eclipse? Some crypto company had basically ripped that off and, like, was passing it off as their own game without action, in which it is free, is like open source, but they were not giving credit, which was the bare minimum requirement. John got in contact with them, actually found out some pretty damning evidence that actually confirmed, hey, this is a crypto scam. And they actually updated the client so that if you tried to run it through the crypto scam game, you would essentially have your game broken. And, like, it would get bricked. The game that was the crypto scam that was trying to pass off Red Eclipse as their own game was something called Vage Strike. I want to do a collab with John one day. But anyways, is the thing about Vage Strike is that because John actually got added as a character, if I'm not mistaken, as a thanks for helping us. It's actually a pretty good like old school old FPS in the vein of like Unreal Tournament and whatnot. If you're interested, I played it and I was only up against bots, so I probably didn't have as much fun if I went and up against other people. And I don't mean like TF2 bots, like the actual kind of bots you'd want. But, like, it's really wild that Like, this isn't something that I would not have guessed. But like the whole scenario with Lore Lodge escalating to the point where it did is not something I would have seen. Like, is this how Review Tech USA felt when Mutahar and Boogie2988 were arguing on his stream? Yeah, like, the thing is, if they made it so you actually had to, like, go down, I could see that working. Like, you'd have the choice between staying up top, where, like, it would be safe, but there wouldn't be much loot, or you could go down, where you'd get better loot, but, like, you'd risk getting hit by, like, snipers and whatnot. Also, like, his mindset with, like, Dead Drop felt more like it was aiming for the experience of the viewer, forgetting that the player is arguably the most important thing. Like, while being a good game for streaming does help, I would argue that, like, it's not required.
Wait a minute. Do you understand these creatures?
I do have to wonder if Midnight Society is going to go forward without him, like, without Dr. Disrespect. They did sever ties, but I'm more wondering, should I expect a, hey, we're canceling this game, or we're moving forward with someone else? Unironically, I actually think working with Ninja would actually be a good PR step, since he actually did have a pretty good take when the whole allegation started, since, like, he didn't rush to jump in immediately, but when Midnight Society actually announced that they were severing ties, he said, look, guys, they found something it was enough to get them to decide to call it quits with him. He's guilty of something. I would have guessed that Dr. Disrespect was maybe, like, committing fraud or something, if on a really big degree before, like, what he was actually confirmed to have done, but I'm gonna look up.
Donkin pano kunne. Chica wana bocha. Ayuan tak. Donkin pano kunne. Dong hai sak.
Was just looking up at. Was just looking up what IGN has to say. Like, good news is that I'm on the best path according to them, but like, still, to think that my tweet, that me just like quote tweeting some, like, tagging someone in a tweet would lead to John of all people actually potentially getting involved. It's wild. If I wonder if I can get Dead Domain, who's actually had a bit of a, let's say, history with Lore Lodge, involved. If you want to know the context, basically, Dead Domain made a video pretty critical of the sound of freedom. Lore Lodge, who had a very different opinion, got upset, and, well, Lore Lodge actually started, like, harassing Dead Domain in their comments. Dead Domain is also transgender, if you don't know.
La bola ni Winky. Smart doma. Ka wana bocha. Ayuan tak wa kenki dora. Sharti king wata wama mulira.
Dead Domain also hails from my state, incidentally enough.
Dong hai saks wamaji. Yuma litba ak inko kun. Jesus.
Okay, so this isn't like the Sand People. Was worried I'd have to, like, reload a save, since... Although I'm pretty sure that the layout is the same. Well, now that I think about it, it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if they reused some assets for this, but I'm starting to think that I was mistaken.
Sharti king wata wama mulira. Shiska to suki kinku. Laborani Winky, Swap, Tonghai Saks Wamaji. She's got those. King Kunjo Bishop.
What would be the most lore accurate description?
She's got those. You took her. Smilia.
Like, the thing is about Tyler is he's actually a former Marine, so, like, this is not, like, the biggest threat to his life. That potential lawsuit from Lore Lodge is not the biggest threat to his life. Was worried for a second my keyboard had gotten stuck.
Tonghai Saks Wamaji. Yuma Lipa a Inkoku. She's Laborani Winky, Swap Doma. Ga Wana Pota, Ayuan Takwa.
I've heard rumors that there might be an adaptation of... Yeah, like, that is true. Like, my dad actually served in Vietnam, and he hasn't really had a lot of dealings with the VA, period. Although, then again, he hasn't really spoken at all, so I'll ask. But anyways, as I was saying, like, I've heard talks... I remember reading that there was, like, serious discussion about a Knights of the Old Republic TV series, and... You know what I think would be, like, interesting if they did? Have the character be the same, but, like, switch up the actor. Like, basically same name and personality, but, like, when they get to a different planet, go with a different actor to, like, represent the custom character. Of course, I'm assuming that there isn't, like, a canon depiction of Revan, since, well, if that is the case... Is then moot point, but like it would be an interesting way. Maybe like do an anthology series where like each planet is directed by a different each planet's episode is given to a different director. We do not want to go that way just yet. Yeah, like... I definitely could see that, unless, like, I don't know, Jeff Bezos picked it up as a pet project. Although, then again, I don't think Disney would let Amazon... do it. Like, I guess as how I would want them to handle it would really depend. And, like... and on, like, whether or not there's a canon depiction of Revan, since I know that there's at least... that there's a book or something that actually makes Revan canonically a male character, like... Where is the Mandalore? Okay, so it turns out that I was supposed to go... this way, like...
What is it?
What?
Ooh. Okay, these guys are apparently worth quite a bit of experience, so I'm gonna drop a save here and let's see what stream... That's a concerning glitch.
That before the Jedi
Take that!
I'm hoping I can level up the flurry power once the fight Malak. Hey, thanks for stopping by. The fact that you showed up even for a few minutes is something I appreciate a lot.
Not this again!
This was a Jedi feud.
Sweet. XP farm.
This was a Jedi feud.
Tonghen sucks, Wamaji. Human lead, Tonghen sucks, Wamaji. Labora ni Winky, swap doma. Ga wana bota. Labora ni Winky, swap. Tuka alua, Tonghen sucks, Wamaji. Uba batu, doka. Uba boska, din kuin kuin, labora tu. Tonghen sucks, Wamaji.
Ooh, that's quite the collection.
Yes?
What? I am gonna have to record this. What on earth is that? Seriously, what? Okay, so we need to go back to the South Beach. Still, I'm making progress in the world. Just give me one more level up so I can get to the better flurry power.
Not this again! Tonga puusha uneno. Wanda. Kipuna. Takunji. Rondi haudonga kuhonga. Tonga puusha uneno. Wanda kun piske. Pamulera. Chunyon tun jiji ite tuana. Cabe volpe molche komana. Kachicho itaho takunjosta tonghaiwa tonga. Kava tompa. Takunjosta miki grabel mogo. Kachicho.
Hmm.
Kava tonga. Kipuna tonga. Kachicho itaho tonga. Yi rondi haudonga kuhonga. Kachicho itaho tonga. Yin takunjosta miki grabel mogo. Tonghaiwa jiji yumalita. Takunjosta miki grabel mogo. Rondi haudonga kuhonga vi. Takunjosta miki grabel mogo. Kachicho takunjosta miki. Kachicho itaho tonga. Tonghai takun rondi haudonga. Kachicho itaho tonga.
So apparently siding with the elders, in addition to being the light side, also gives me more XP, which is what I want the most.
Kachicho itaho tonga. Yin kinkuno ba bulira jikun.
Because I do want to at least unlock a better flurry ability.
Mocha shak pang pang. Yin kinkuno ba molera shakon.
Let's see here. I can't tell if that's... Just forgot to load Twitch. Sweet, more Rancors to kill. More experience. Let's see if I can't repair the Ebon Hawk first.
Sharky King, what a...
That is what a Jedi can do. I will be your doom! That is what a Jedi can do. For the Order! For the Order!
Got something on.
Your wish?
And you need?
Yes?
Never too old for this! Intruder, Tommy.
For the order! That is what a Jedi can do.
Tuniporo. J'ai besoin de bobo. Don't hang on, Gigi Yumali. Rondi Haldonga Kuhonga. Rondi Haldonga.
Could have taken me with you, but whatever. On the plus side, the Gizka have a new habit they can move into if they want. Yeah, I am definitely going to be able to hit my objective of getting one more level in. As long as I can... USA versus Uruguay. What's the result? Huh. 64 minutes and it's still tied. Maybe perhaps the... I know this is the Copa America, but still, maybe perhaps... Oh, right, I need to go visit them first. I think I'll get inside the temple, then I'll call it a stream.
Tagonjosta Miki Grabber Mogo. Tonghai Wam Kiki Yumali. Rondi Haudonga Kuhongavi. Tagonjosta Miki Grabber Mogo. Tonghai Wam Kiki Yumalitha Ag Inko Tu. Tagonjosta Miki Grabber Mogo. Kachi Tonghai Wam Kiki Yumalitha Ag Inko. Tagonjosta Miki Tonghai. Tagonjosta Miki Grabber Mogo. Tonghai Wam Kiki Yumalit. Rondi Haudonga Kuhonga. Jebedwana Nip. Tonghai Wam Kiki Yumalitha Ag Rondi Haudonga Kuhong. Rondi Haudonga. Tonga Boomshop. Kat. Kachicho Ita Hodonga. Rondi Haudonga Kuhonga Vi. Wala Kumbes. Cheng Palamuli Tong. Tonga Boomshop. Tagonjosta Miki Grabber Mogo. Kachicho Ita. Tonghai Wam Kiki Yumalitha Ag Inko. Kachicho Ita Hodonga. Tonghai Wam Kiki Yumalitha Ag. Yinkin kunoba monena chiko. Don't have to con.
Uba batu konki, tuka alua. Kuya mi juice, kuchitana.
Yinkin kunoba monena chiko. Don't have to. Yinkin kunoba monena chiko.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to go back. You know what? I'm actually gonna save getting into the temple because my eyes are acting kind of funny. So I will get back to the Ebon Hawk. I need to go wash my face off. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm Andres Rebel. Tomorrow we will get into the temple and see what else is in there. Hopefully we finish this up by Wednesday or Thursday. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm Andres Rebel, and I'll see you on my next assignment.